Your breakthrough is going to be fought against. What am I saying? Before we dive in deep, kindly subscribe to my channel. It is your girl CY. In my time with the Lord this morning, I've been reading Luke chapter 13 when Jesus was healing the crippled woman on the Sabbath. I didn't really know what to make of this, but what I took away is that your breakthrough is going to be fought against. Because when Jesus was healing this woman, it says in this word that she had been afflicted with the evil spirit for 18 years, and she had bent over and could not straighten up at all. When Jesus saw her, he called out to her, "Woman, you are free from your sickness." And she instantly got free from her sickness, but the official in the synagogue was angry that Jesus healed her on a Sabbath. And the official voiced it out that it is not supposed to be like that. And Jesus hit him up with the response. I love the way Jesus used to give out the response, like too savage. And Jesus said, "You hypocrites, any one of you would untie your ox or your donkey from the stall and take it out to give it water on the Sabbath. Now here it is, this descendant of Abraham, who Satan has kept in bonds for 18 years. Should she not be released on the Sabbath?" His answer made his enemies ashamed of themselves, while the people rejoiced all over the wonderful things that he did. You see, when I say the breakthrough is going to be fought, that's the takeaway that I got from this verse, because this was supposed to be a good thing. This woman has been suffering for 18 years. Now she finally gets healed. She's finally free from all these things that have been making her suffer. An evil spirit has had her in bondage for 18 years. Finally. And somebody still has enough to talk about this. Somebody still has something to talk about this. This usually happens in our lives when something small has just, when a breakthrough, when an opening has just come to our lives. Remember, we have been in oppression for years. Maybe you have been praying for that career for like 10 years. You haven't gotten that career. You finally get that job, and it's like somebody else says, "Why couldn't she get a better job?" Or "Why couldn't she wait to get a job out of the country instead of this country?" Why is that the husband she got? Is that the wife she got? And meanwhile, and everybody knows that you have been single for the longest time. You have been childless for the longest time. Now you finally get a baby. Somebody says, "Why a boy? Why not a girl? You see, this boy is not going to be beneficial, but the girl is going to be beneficial." Like, you fail to see, or people fail to see, the struggle that has been going on this year, and they say you do not deserve it, because this official in the synagogue trying to say that the woman wouldn't have been healed on a Sabbath, was a way to say that she did not deserve it. Like, she did not deserve to be healed. They should have waited. Now, should Jesus have waited until the following day instead of rescuing someone that has been in affliction for 18 years? This is the same problem that we have in this society. Like, a small chance that God is going to give you, it is still going to be frowned upon. Like, you did not deserve it. You see? And sometimes it is better to tell people, to point them back to the person who gave you that breakthrough. It is God who gave me that breakthrough. So kindly go and address God and tell him that this was not supposed to be in that day. And God purposely does these miracles, or he performs these things to us, and he gives us this breakthroughs on unmeritedly. Like, we did not even deserve it, but he just gave it out in days that people did not see that coming. And that's why sometimes success will look like it is overnight. Why? Because people do not see the 18 years of the oppression. People do not see that. People want to make it look like, "Oh, she was just blessed. She did not deserve it." There are many people in this music industry that have been like that. Like Victoria Monet, she said she has been struggling for 15 years. She was struggling for 15 years as an artist, doing background, doing everything, doing the dancing. She could just not afford even many things in her career. But she struggled for 15 years, and now she finally gets the Grammy, and people think it is an overnight thing. People almost say like she did not deserve it. Why? Because they do not see the 15 years of hard work. They did not see that. And now she finally gets it, it's like, why? People never see the backstory. They never see what has been, what has been killing this person softly. And even, even when suicide happens, people tend to say that, oh, why did she do this? Why did she or he kill herself? You did not even come to check that person up. When that person was under oppression, when that person was suffering, when that person wrote that post on social media, you all did not check upon that person. But now you want to act like, oh, killing yourself was not the last resort. Yes, this person was not supposed to do that to themselves. Yes, we agree. But where were you all these days? Where were you to check upon that person? And this is just an example on the other side of the extreme, because we're not just always, okay, life is not just always about breakthroughs and celebration. It also has its downsides, But this was the point of the story. And when I was reading this passage in the Bible, I was trying to think, meditate on it, and that's what just came to my mind. Like, this woman has been suffering. How can someone else frown upon her freedom? Well, this is something that should be celebratory. Like we should be celebrating about it. Like, follow, and share for more.